Hello, everyone. How are you? Here to talk about what happened to Elle Brea this week. A good episode. I enjoyed it. Next week is the season 1 finale. So it looks like there's a few cliffhangers that might be happening. Scott, while he was just out and about, getting high, smoking it up, he came across a cow. So he went back to camp to try to tell the people, hey, there's a cow out there. We get this cow, man. We got milk. We got cheese. We got some dairy. We got some ice cream. And people are like, were you high? Because there ain't no way there's a cow down here. And he says, well, it was smoked up a little bit, but there's a cow, trust me. So Victoria goes with him to search for it because she thinks if she does this, they find the cow, then she could stay at the camp and be back in good people's graces for leaving Ty out there to die and for trying to kidnap Neil again. While she's out with Scott, she kind of opens up a little bit about her past, what it was like being kidnapped with the guy that pretended to be her father, and she's still brainwashed that he saved her from the family, I guess, that was bad or something like that. They find the cow and they take it back to camp, and there's a barcode or a word branded on it. Curious what that is. Nevar, Joss, and Eve show up at the camp to get Sam to go help save Rebecca's life. They got stabbed last week when Cyrus stabbed her with a knife. Riley goes with Sam because she says there's no way you can perform a surgery like this or something because of the withdrawal you're going through from the PTSD you had from being over in Iraq or wherever he was back in the war. So she goes with him because she's dropped out of medical school, but she still has some experience in that field. So they go back to the fort. He does the best he can to stabilize Rebecca and her wound. And she explains more about how Isaiah is Gavin when he was a kid. And she explains he ended up going through a portal and ended up in 1988 on a certain date with Elle, the other kid. She done research and found out the portal opens up on a mountain. So they have to get Gavin to that mountain, the kid Isaiah. So they split up to go search for him. And she also tells Eve that there's a time limit. And if she don't get him to go for that portal in a certain amount of time, then Joss and Izzy will never exist. And which means they'll die, cease to exist. So Eve has kind of like a rush mode to go do this. Rebecca finds a book in Cyrus's tent, and then she convinces Sam and Rodney to take her back to camp. She goes back to camp, and she tells the other people about this green light portal. It's on top of a mountain. We go there. You guys can be rescued, get out of here. But here's the problem. You're going to be stuck in 1988. There's no way getting back to the present. You're going to be way in the past still. So some of the survivors are like, nah, know what? We ain't chancing it. Some are thinking about it. She hands Lily a piece of paper. And she leaves. And Lily tells Victoria that she wants to go through that portal. She has to. There's a reason why. There's something else Rebecca told her. You find out what it is in the end. Joss, Eve, and Levi split up to look for Isaiah / Kid Gavin. I'll call him. And Joss finds him about to be attacked by a saber-toothed tiger. He saves it by hitting the tiger with the Jeep. So the Jeep is, I guess, totaled because they couldn't drive it. They go across the bridge. The kid's skeptical about going through this portal or whatever. He's saying Cyrus told me not to do this, but Eve's telling him he has to do this for her family, and he's kind of okay and not okay with it. They cross the bridge, Eve and the kid do, and then Cyrus shows up with 4 guys from the tribe that's loyal to him, not the other leader. And Levi collapses the bridge, so they can't get across. So Cyrus and the 4 guys take Joss and Levi hostage, and tells Eve, 4 miles ahead, you better meet us at another place that you can cross, or I'll kill these 2. So she has a dilemma. Do I save my son and my secret lover, or do I take my future husband through the portal so my son and daughter can exist, be alive? That's the dilemma they have. Josh also asked Levi if his mom was sleeping with him, and he asked for a few months we were having an affair while she was dealing with your dad's accident and that with the plane and stuff, and his drinking problem. So Josh ain't happy now. Now, above the sinkhole, Gavin, Izzy, and Nathan finally meet Elle. She's at her place. She's got all these like sculptures and stuff, and kind of find out she has visions as well, but not visions of people, but visions of like a symbol or something, and she has to draw it or sculpture it. She just has to. She's driven to do it. So she tells him that she's been doing this for years. She don't understand why. She wasn't want no trouble. She's been fine living on her own. So Gavin, Izzy, and Nathan leave, and they come up with a plan. And Gavin saw one of her sculptures was a stone with like a dragonfly or something on it. So Izzy comes up with a plan now. Actually, it's pretty cool. She says, "What if we go back to that construction site that they found evidence of the previous survivors there back 10,000 years ago, and we find something that she saw or made up or drew, and they go through. Gavin almost gets caught by 2 security guards, but Eve and Nathan cut the power, so he's able to sneak out. He grabs the rock with the dragonfly because he remembers that being in her house, that item. They go back to her place. He shows her it, and then she starts to believe in him more. And he says, "You came through in 1988 on November, some date. I forget the date already. I'm sorry. Oh, and she says, yeah, but he said, you're from 10,000 BC, like I am, apparently, because I'm also from the past or something. He don't understand either now. And she's like, yeah, right, you're kidding. He says, no, we're not. We were there 10,000 years ago somehow. We ended up in 1988. You gotta go with us to save these people. Then all of a sudden she has a vision. And the vision is she's seeing through the eyes of someone, and she's talking to Rebecca. And Rebecca hands that note. Yes, Lily is Elle, apparently. So how can Lily be Elle? So this time travel thing, so apparently Ellie's got to go for that portal somehow. She has to make it through in order to be there in the present. Or if she doesn't, she's going to cease to exist. I'm sorry there. And maybe when they go for the portal or end up in 1988, that's why she doesn't remember anything afterwards. Or maybe she goes back to being like a kid form or something. And I'm kind of curious how this time travel thing is going to work when they go through 1988. Are they going to arrive as they are now? Or are they going to arrive back and being like a kid form or no memory of what happened? Or will they have the memories intact? That's what the season 1 finale is going to have to explain to us, folks. I can't wait for it to see what's going to happen. Let me know below in the comments section who you think's going to go for the portal and end up in 1988. Who's going to stay behind and try to survive at 10,000 BC. What was that thing on the cow? Also, how's Lily fitting into 1988 and look completely different now than she is now? See? It's kind of confusing, that part. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.